All right, lads, welcome back to me podcast, Cheaper Than Therapy. Mick Thomas here. How are you? Thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing, coming on back. Check it out wherever you're getting your podcast from. I don't know where. I don't know where you're getting it from. Spotify, Podbean, Apple. My lights are kind of flickering here. Sorry about that. If you're watching on YouTube, that's where you go. If you're watching on YouTube, by the way, give me a comment. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Let me know if you like it, right? Doesn't help you. Kind of helps me with algorithms and stuff like that. And that's how it works. That's how it works. Check out my other podcast with me good buddy Corey Brooks, which we're coming back tonight. Another episode, The Manxiety Show, wherever you get your podcast from. Corey, we've been off for the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Corey's had a lot of personal issues. He had UTIs and he had some hemorrhoids he was getting rid of. So hopefully they're all taken care of tonight and by tonight, and we'll be recording the episode. So we'll keep you up to speed on his medical conditions. Listen, we're rounding up the end of the year. Come see me live. It's exciting. We've got a lot of stuff set up for next year, right? We got television set up, specials, going places. We'll talk about that later. Can't say too much. Big tour coming on up. So new website being launched, all of that stuff. In the meantime, between now and the end of the year, the 14th of October, come see me in Utah at the Provo Theater in Provo, Utah. This is weird. I'm going back and forth to Atlantic City. The Borgata, Atlantic City. Love it. Love that room. On the 20th, I am in the Borgata. 21st, I'm in Connecticut. 22nd, I'm in New York City at the comic strip. 23rd, I'm going back to the Borgata. All right, and also on the 28th, I am back at the comic strip. And on 29th, I am in Long Island, Port Jeff Theatre. The theatre in Port Jeff. I am down there, all leading up. And I got some other gigs in November that I'll talk about later. But all leading up to my big one in Madcap Comedy on the 25th and 26th of November. I am recording my first legit special. I've done other stuff before, put them on CDs, remember those? You could get those. But now I am putting a new special out there, which will be consumed by major platform. So I'm excited about that. Come down for the taping. Won't you be part of that, all my Floridians? It's Thanksgiving weekend. You'll be sick of your family anyway. You might as well come out on that Friday and Saturday night. Tickets are not on sale for that yet, but they're going to go on sale and they're going to go fast. It ain't a big venue. It is nice and intimate. Anyway, now that's all, that shameless plugs are out the way. Mick Thomas was a victim of crime this weekend. Yeah, heinous crime. I was out and about, right? Did some nice shows and came home. Went in the driveway. You know what it was? I took my son to cello. I'm not going to blame him for this. I took him to cello, and he always leaves his cello in the car. Not overnight, but by the time we walk into the house, I go back and get your cello. Because of that, didn't get a chance. I don't think I locked the car. Or maybe I don't want to blame him, but he should have locked the car, but he didn't. Car got broken into. Yeah, broke into my car. The violation, I feel. I don't give a fuck, right? They didn't take anything that can't be replaced. I don't care. You know what they did? They took some debit cards and a credit card. Yeah, I know, I'm a fucking idiot. I left my wallet in the car. I did. I'm sorry. I thought I was going back out that night, right? Friday night, didn't have any shows. Maybe the night calls for chocolate and snacks. Left the wallet in the car like a right idiot. And someone broke into the car. And, You know the weird thing about when they broke into my car is that they went through like the console and that kind of stuff, and in the back I have my joke book where I write jokes, ideas. Some of it doesn't come from anything, but doesn't turn into anything. But it's my joke book still. My ideas, some of my greatest bits are in that book, and they went through my book and they didn't steal it, which is really upsetting to me. Like I don't get it. Why didn't you steal the book? Are my jokes not worth stealing? So that kind of upset me a little bit. That was mainly the worst part of it. So then the cops were called. I had called the cops. I'll get into the cop part in a minute, so do hold on. So the first thing you do, you go online, right? and you call the banks and you cancel the cards. And I didn't have that many. I had 2 debit cards and a credit card in there. You know, all the the major ones, the stuff. It's fine, whatever. It is what it is. So I call them up and I cancel it. But you know what? I'm not going to call Chase Bank. I'll be on the phone with them for ages. I was going to go to the gym, obviously. So I'm going to go to the gym, and I said, you know what? Let me swing by. There's a Chase Bank right next to the gym. So I go in Saturday morning, right? Remember, old Mickey Thomas here used to work in banks, in the banking world. Was a banker, was a business specialist, was merchant services, and all that good stuff. So I know what it's like to work in a bank on a Saturday, right? You're kind of hoping that you're there just going to phone it in. It's not a busy day. Your sales goals, there's no pressure on a Saturday. You want to sit there. So I walk in as a woman there, and she's about, I don't know, I'd say in her late 30s, early 40s, either that she just hasn't aged well. And she got an egg sandwich beside her, and I know what that's like. Right, we've all got a sneaky snack that we just want to, you want to just take a bite, and you're like, oh, you fucking, you know what I mean? Or if you're at home and you sit down, you finally make a sandwich, or you got a piece of chocolate, and you sit down after a long day at work or night of comedy or whatever you're doing, and you sit down and then someone goes, we need milk. Fuck. Right? So, and I get it, sweetheart. So I walk in and I go, hey, how are you? She goes, hi, fine. She puts her sandwich to the side. I didn't address the sandwich, right? Technically you're not supposed to be eating on the platform, especially with a high-end bank like Chase, but whatever, I digress. So I say to her, look at, car got stolen, blah, blah, blah. All right, sit down. So she starts going through the transactions, and she starts giving me lip, right? Giving me lip. Give me attitude, as they say in America, attitude. And she goes, was this transaction done? I go, well, can you tell me what card it was done on? She goes, why? I goes, well, there's 2 people on the account. Can you not narrow it down for... Now, I don't want to tell her because I hate those people. If you've ever worked in a job before, right? No matter, I don't know what you're doing. You could be like a nurse, right? You could be a nurse or a doctor, and all of a sudden some asshole who watches ER comes in and picks up the chart and goes, huh, interesting. Or you know that people, everyone's a lawyer, right? You know that everyone's a lawyer when they get pulled over by the cops. You know, according to Act 52.25, I should be allowed to spit at you, officer. Right? You know, those cunts. And I didn't want to be one of those people and go, according to bank, you can't actually go and check this. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to let her figure it out by herself without me holding her hand and insulting her intelligence. So I go, yeah, I said there's 2 cards on, there's 2 names on the account, therefore there's 2 cards. Can you just narrow it down, please? She goes, well, how am I going to do that? I go, maybe pick up my name and then click the card that's attached to my name and then go through the transactions. She goes, well, that's going to be, that's going to take me a bit to do that. And I go, all right, let me stop. I swear to God, I go, let me stop you right there. I go, you're not helping me right now. I go, you're giving me attitude, right? And this isn't going to help us resolve this because I came to you with a problem. And she kind of immediately backed off. I don't know if she's used to being spoken like that before. I go, I came to you with a problem and your attitude isn't going to get this solved. So how do we figure this out together? Because I'm a peaceful man. The old Mick Thomas would have stood up and shit on her desk. But peace and love. So she goes, gives me the transactions. Go, what time? Where they were? No, I was fine. I was in bed at that time. Get the transactions down, write them down, where they're used. Just Mickey Mouse stuff. Gas station down the street. 2 separate gas stations down the street. Maybe $20 used. No harm, no foul, right? So I go to the gym, leg day, work it off. Leg day is the biggest testosterone release day. I don't know if you know that. Girls, if you ever want to get your man at his highest of testosterone, get him on leg day. So I'm doing leg day, right? So now I'm pumped up and fucking ready to fight crime now, right? I'm upset now because the testosterone squatting really 220. It's a lot. I'm not bragging, but it's a lot to squat. Anyways, so I go back home and I go, let me call the cops now because in case these banks give me a hard time, and they go, well, we can't give you the money back unless you have a police report number. So let me call. So dial the local precinct. No need for 911. If a person is, got shot, if someone's house is on fire, someone's having a heart attack, I don't dial 911 and say my car is in trouble. Help those first. Help those people first. The heart attacks, the house on fires, the people getting shot. Give give them a go first, right? You'll get to me, lads. I don't have a show tonight till 8:00, and it's on Long Island. I don't have far to go. Take your time, lads. Call the local precinct, right? So the woman gets on the phone, blah, blah. Yeah, my car broke in. She goes, all right, we will send an officer around to take a statement. I go, no problem. Again, easy going. So up walks this cop, car pulls up. Cop couldn't have been nicer, right? Now, listen, here's where it gets mean, but I don't mean to be. He was really, really obese, right? Very nice, but very obese. And he was an obese cop, very obese cop. And you all know me, right? I back the blue. I also back the green. I back all the greens, is what I'm saying. He should be eating all the greens. That's the point I'm trying to make, right? Eat some of them. That's all I'm saying, officer, because I do have a problem with the people who are paid to protect and serve and save. They need, I do require them to be in shape. Now, I know we live in a world where models now, it's, fat models are considered sexy, and if you don't say that, then you're wrong. You can have fat models, which I thought models were the last thing. Most people said models were the last thing that could be fat. I disagree. I do not want my models fat when I look at the clothes, because I want to achieve something. I want to see how it would look in that shirt. I don't want to go, oh, I know I should gain another 60 pounds and then that shirt will look like that on me. I don't want it. I want to see what it looks like on a normal person. I am a normal person, a normal shaped person. So I don't want a fat model, and I don't want the people who are going to rescue me to also be obese. I don't need that. Like, who are you chasing? Who are you catching at that level? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't get why it's acceptable. I mean, I think to get into the cops, you have to do like a few push-ups, right? And maybe a few pull-ups, run a mile. Like what can we go back to walking the beat? Remember when cops would walk the beat? They were just walking down, spinning their baton down the street, and they would walk the beat, and they were never fat because they're out walking every day. Now they won't get out of their car. Now they'll chase people down in their car. Remember they used to get out and run? They would run after them down the street. Right now, this is Officer O'Malley. Our suspect is leaving on foot. I would like to chase him, but I got new shoes. They're only shoes though. He's got new sneakers on, and we all know how fast you can run when you get new sneakers for the first time. Remember that as a kid? Remember when you were a kid and you got sneakers? Like, look how fast I can run. You thought they made you run faster. So like, I get it, cops, officers. Like, your job is hard, and I appreciate the job you do. Appreciate all the work you do. Like I said, back to blue. But I just think you need to drop. Like, there should be some wellness checks. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what happened along the way where it became acceptable to be, morbidly obese. Not just, someone had a bit of fun with the fucking cookies. Someone had fun at O'Malley's going away party. Who left these donuts in the break room? Oh, I think it was O'Shea's going away party. Who's that? Rodriguez, did you bring in all these? Right? Now, I'll be watching the belly, watching the figure. Like, I get that, right? That's okay. We've all been there. I'm going through it right now. Had a rough weekend. I ate way too many Twix this weekend. I didn't enjoy myself before, during, or after. It was I didn't feel good about myself before, during, or after eating those Twixes. But so I've been there. I know what it's like to now, like, all right, that's it. Tomorrow. No, and I didn't. Today's a clean day, right? It's now, I don't know what time it is. It's now 2:20 in the day, right? I know I should have got to say it earlier, but lovely day. Went out for a bike ride. So I've been there, officers. I know what it's like, but we need to maybe get new stereotypes. Get the old one back. The Irish guy walking down in the foggy night, spinning the baton. Walk the beat, not drive it anymore. And let's get rid of the donut stereotype. Let's start new ones. Celery. Look at these cops. What are you gonna do? Gonna go pull over here and just eat carrots all day? They'd be great stereotypes, right? So he gets out and he tells me all this stuff, and he goes, do you want to press charges? I go, what does that mean? He goes, well, if you press charges, you know. He goes, if they took cash, which it was like $6, and I never carry cash. He goes, but the fact that it took debit cards, and credit cards and used them, that's actually a felony. So I was like, yeah, let's press charges. Fuck it. It's happening all over now. Everyone, fuck it. If Mick Thomas is the one that happens to get the streets clean, then listen, I don't want to be Batman or he's wearing a Spider-Man shirt. And even, what? Right? So be it. So if I'm the one that has to clean up the streets, then yeah, I will. I'll press charges. Fuck it. Why not? Call up the banks. I know where they are. Right? Then I get a call from the detective that day. Now, detective calls me up. He goes, Mr. Thomas, I understand you're pressing charges. So now it gets handed over to a detective. Can you find out from the banks where they were used, what dollar amount, and what time? Of course I can. Of course I can, detective. I'll get that done for you. He goes, well, I'm going to be out of town till Tuesday. Can you call me? I'm back at work at 5 o'clock. Can you call me at 5:30? And then we'll give me all the information, because I don't want to go too long, because all the footage obviously gets deleted on a time loop from these gas stations. Sure. Not a problem, detective. What's your name, detective? And he said to me, I don't know if I should give his name. I'm trying to contemplate on if I give his name for this episode. I'll change it, but it was this dumb. It was this dumb. I'll change the name, right? This is not his name. But he goes, everybody knows me as Big Lou. It was big something, but I'm not telling you what his name was. I go, sorry? Yeah. You call up the precinct and you ask for... You got this number saved? Yeah. You call up and ask for Big Lou. Give me that information. Well, don't I feel better knowing that Big Lou is on the case? Is that what you want? A detective? Is that what you want in your detective? Columbo? Right, he was good. He was a detective. Inspector Gadget? He was an inspector. Never mind. But Big Lou is on the job, everybody. Yeah, so it was Big something. But yeah, that's what it was. Give you a clue. Toy Story 2. Anyway. So, yeah. Okay, Big Lou. I'll get together all that information and I'll give you a buzz on Tuesday. So he's like, press charges. All right, now, here's the thing. Here's the dilemma I'm at right now. I am a man of forgiveness, right? I try forgiving most people that I can. I try. Some things are harder to forgive with people, but I do try. I'm a forgiving person. What if this person is just a kid? What if it's a kid? And if I press charges, I'm going to ruin this kid's life. Right? I'm just going to ruin his life. I'm going to put a huge dent in his future. I'm not going to ruin his life, but I'm going to put a dent in his progression in this world. It'll close some doors, right? Job applications. What if he wants to go to the military? I don't know, they'll take anybody, I think. Right? What if he himself gets his act together and wants to be a cop or something? Right? Wants to vote. So I'm like, if it's a grown man with a beard, then he's gone. Like, I'm fucking lock him up, right? But I sit there and I kind of imagine, I'm sitting there like, what if I press charges, right? And we're in the courthouse and I'm sitting there. And then the judge, I don't always fantasize this, but I'm fantasizing about it since it happened. Remember, like, when a kid is in trouble and then he's about to get sentenced to jail, and then someone stands up and goes, Your Honor, give him to me. You know what I mean? It's usually a martial art person. It's usually a boxer. And to take the kid off the streets and teach him, Your Honor, I'll give him to me. I'm gonna teach him the ways of comedy. I take him out of court, and I take him out of jail. I bring him over to my house, and I Miyagi him. I Mr. Miyagi him with all the knowledge of comedy. And he's like, Mr. Michael, you're willing to help me become a comedian, Mr. Michael. Now he's Norwegian. I just can't do Norwegian accents, by the way. I'm not being stereotypical of any person that I'm saying is a criminal. In my head, I see a Norwegian guy. I just can't nail the accent. But he's going to be, Mr. Michael, you really want me to think I can do comedy? I'm like, yeah, you can do comedy. Now, start off by holding that rubber chicken. Mr. Thomas, I hold the rubber chicken? Hold the rubber chicken. Sven. From Norway. Hold that rubber chicken, Sven. And he's like, okay, I hold the chicken. Now remember, 2 Jews walk into a bar, right? And I mentor him in the ways of comedy, and then he goes to open mics and he bombs, right? But then I'm standing back of the room, and I hold up a rubber chicken, and he realizes like, oh fuck, the chicken, see the chicken, see is Norwegian, I see the chicken, yes, and he just. He now all of a sudden he starts killing. Then he starts getting booked on the road, and he becomes a headliner like overnight. And then you know what, he gets on TV, like I don't know, Jimmy Fallon. And then all of a sudden he crushes on Jimmy Fallon, and people see him, and he gets a movie deal, and he just becomes like the next Kevin Hart. And then he crosses over from comedy to drama, and he gets an Oscar, and he goes up onto the podium, and he's just like, I want to thank Mr. Thomas for giving me the opportunity. And I stand up and go, huh? You alright, Sven? Your Honour, press charges, lock him up. Fuck him. Now he goes to jail with an Oscar. Now he's a bigger target. Don't give a shit. Don't fucking steal from me again, kid. Alright? That's it. See that? Payback. Took you on a ride there. Boom. Anyway, thanks for listening to the episode, lads. I appreciate it. Check out the Manxiety Show. It's coming out again this week. I promise you, a new episode will be funny. All these episodes are here. Go on YouTube. Follow me on social media. I'm on all the platforms as Mick Thomas Comedy. A reel up every day. Joke up every single day. Follow it. Give it a look. Go see me live. I gave you the dates. Go back to the start of this episode. I'll be in your town next year, 2023. I'm hitting the fucking road, baby. I got my little stick with my little hanky full of stuff in there. I am going to see the US of A, and I'm going to come to your town, so I'm looking forward to seeing you. Anyway, thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing. Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down, throw in comments, like, whatever you want to do. Thanks so much for listening, and as always, wash your hands, you dirty fuckers. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.